Hi, welcome to Spanish class with me, Señora Maria Vives. Today we're going to do part 2 of a pronunciation lesson. Last time we talked about the vowels in Spanish and that they are pretty much the same as in English. So I'm going to write them here again just to review. A, E, I, O, O. All right? And then we talked about some of the consonants that just sound the same as in English. Today, we're going to look at other consonants that one is different and then the others just sound different. So we're going to start with this one. I'm going to use another marker. Hold on. This one. The name of this letter is ñ, and it sounds like that middle part in the word lasagna. Nya, nya. So, some words that you might already know. Here's one. Niño o niña. Cumpleaños. Okay, so this little thing right here, this little character, is really important that you write it or figure out how to do it on your computer. On a Mac computer, all you have to do is press the letter N and just leave it pressed for a little bit, and then that will be an option at the top. On a Microsoft, what you have to do is press the Alt key and type 164. And then that'll give you that. It's really important because the sound is different. So if I take this out, I'm going to have Nino. You hear that? Nino. And this is going to be Niño. Okay? So let's practice with the vowels right here. That would be ña, ñe, ñi, ño, new. Okay? All right. Move to the next one. We have H. That's the lowercase. I'm going to put the capital right here. And in Spanish, this letter does not make a sound at all. So when you see a word with that letter, you're just going to pretend that it doesn't exist, okay? So, and you already know this because there's some words in English that are just like that, like the word honor, like the word hour, or honest. They all start with H, but you don't pronounce it. So it's kind of the same thing. So let's see. Some words, and I'm going to use some of the words that are in this book that I read in part 1 of this lesson. We have here historia. Did you hear that? I didn't say historia. I said historia. Here's a name. Maybe one of your classmates. His name is this. This name is Hector. Okay? You don't say Hector. It's Hector. Okay, another word from the book. That says hermosa. So we're pretty much going to hide that H and pronounce the rest of the stuff. Hermosa. See? So that's pretty easy. So let's practice with the vowels. Got it right here. What does that say? Think about it. A. How about this one? E. That's I. That's O. And that's O. Perfect. Now, remember that I said that when you see that H, you're going to ignore it. There's one exception to that, and that is when you see CH, okay? That is not a letter. It used to be a letter many years ago, but it is no longer a letter in Spanish. So it is considered just a sound. So it just is just like in English, where you see this, you go ch, 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 like in chocolate, okay? Same thing. Chocolate. My favorite thing in the world. Let's see what else. Chiste. That's a joke. And muchacha. Muchacha. That's a young girl. So let's practice right here. What does that say? Think about it. That's cha. This one is che. This one is chi. This one is cho. And this one is chu. Perfect. Right. Okay, let's go to this one. In English, this is the J. In Spanish, we call this one jota. I'll write the uppercase. Now, this one is tricky because it sounds like an H in English. So I'm gonna give you a little hint right there. Okay, that's the sound it makes. So if I write the word, and this one is in the book, jugar is to play. Jugar. Remember, those vowels are going to sound the same wherever I put them. So that's U and that's A. Jugar. I didn't say jugar, right? So jugar. Let's see another word. Does it say jugo there or does it say jugo? Remember the H right here. So it's jugo. That's juice in Spanish, right? Let me see another one. I got a couple of names. I'm sure you know someone named Jose. Well, we don't say Jose. We say Jose. And how about Juan? We don't say Juan, we say Juan. Great, so let's practice with our vowels right here. Ha, he, he, ho, hu. I always tell my friends in class that this is, I'll show you how I laugh in Spanish when I'm texting or typing things. Here's how you laugh. Right here. You may have seen that before. Ha, ha, ha. All right? That's why we laugh. It's not ja, 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 ja. All right. So we've gone over ñ, h, so the H. We've gone over the J and the CH. Now we're going to go to this one. The Y. In Spanish, this letter is called Y, and sometimes is Y, right? And I'll go into that in a minute. Sometimes this letter right here will sound like a J also, okay? Like the J sounds, or I guess like an H in English, okay? So sounds like a J in Spanish and like an H in English. So for example, let's see the word yoga. I'm not going to say yoga, okay? I'm going to say yoga. Okay, sounds like a J. All right, and then let's see. This word is in the book. Ayer. Ayer. Now, sometimes it sounds like an I. And when I say I, it's going to be like this one, right? In Spanish. I'll show you this. Hoy. Every time this letter is at the end, it's going to sound like this one. Okay, so it's hoy. And also, when we have it by itself, I'm going to write a sentence here. María y José. So when it means and, it's going to sound like y. Got that? Okay, let's practice. That's going to be ya, ye, ji, yo, you. And when it's by itself, it's y, just like this one. I'm going to put it right here so you don't get confused. Okay, then I'm going to show you another one that used to be a letter, but it is no longer a letter. It's the double R. You know, you may have heard that you really have to roll your R's in Spanish, but when you see two of them, you have to do it even more. So for instance, my name is Maria, okay? It's not Maria. It's, you know, that's how people say it, but it should be pronounced Maria. So when you have two R's, that R has to really sound R. You really have to roll that R. I'll show you an example. This word. How do you think you pronounce that one? Perro. That's dog in Spanish. Perro. Now I want you to hear the difference between this one. This word means but. Okay? This is pero, and this one is perro. Pero, perro. Good job. Let's try this. You ready to roar with me? Ra, re, ri, ro, ru. Perfect. Now, one more, and then we're going to practice all of this with real sentences. This one used to be a letter, double L, double L. It is now just a sound. Some words that start with that. Llover is to rain. Did you hear how I pronounce that? Llover. Not llover, llover. How about this one? I bet you know this one. It's a color yellow. Amarillo. Okay? We don't say amarillo, it's amarillo. Right here. Perfect. So let's try that. That's ya, ye, ji, yo, ju. Perfect. Okay. Now, we're going to try a sentence here with ñ. Okay? La niña bonita. Again, remember, wherever you see that that's what it's going to sound like. Let's go over these again. A, E, I, O, U. Those are the only sounds those letters can make. So we have here la, ni, ña. Remember that one? Bonita. We review these letters in part 1 of this lesson, okay? Again, repeat after me. La niña bonita. Faster. La niña bonita. Perfect. And by the way, if I sound different than your friends, it's because I'm from Puerto Rico and I have a different accent than people from Mexico or people from Spain. It's just like when, we here in the United States, you hear different accents depending on where you are. Or where people in Australia, they speak English, but they sound different. So I'm going to sound a little bit different than maybe some of your friends, okay? Okay, la niña bonita. Let's try the H right now, la H. Remember the one that doesn't make any sound? I'm not going to read it. I have to write this one because I ran out of room. Okay, think about that one. Ready? El bebé hermoso. Again, el bebé hermoso. I did not say hermoso, right? Because this letter is silent. Good job. Right. How about J? La J. Let's see. Think about that for a second. Tengo dos ojos. Did you hear me how I pronounced that one? Like H in English? Tengo dos ojos. I have 2 eyes. Ojos is eye. Ojo, ojo. So I add an S because there's 2 of them. Tengo dos ojos. Perfect. Now, with the Y, la Y, in Spanish, I'm going to give you 2 examples. Yo estoy feliz. I am happy. Again, do you hear that? Yo estoy. Remember when I said when this letter is at the end, it's going to sound like an I, right? Yo estoy feliz. Perfect. Now another one is take a minute to read that one. Mamá y yo. That's mom and me. So in both sentences, we have both kinds, both sounds that the Y can make. Okay. All right, here. Remember, double L is not a letter, okay? It's just a sound. So, let's see. That says, llegué tarde. I arrived late, okay? Llegué tarde. See the CH Okay. La chica es buena. Again, la chica es buena. Perfect. Chica is just a girl, a young girl. This is perfect. And let's see. And with this one, with this sound, that says, mi perro es bueno. Again, mi perro es bueno. My dog is good. Pretty easy, right? We still have more consonants to go over next time, but with these, you should be able to read this book and any other book in Spanish, or at least try. The best thing that you can do is just repeat and repeat and repeat. When you learn a word, you repeat it and you repeat it and you repeat it. And that's why children's books, even if you are in 3rd, 5th grade, the best thing that you could do is find a book that's for preschoolers. Okay, that's got big letters and fewer words, and that's a great way to start practicing. All right, so I encourage you, if it's not this book or any other book, you start practicing. For example, el día en que descubres quién eres. Again, el día en que descubres quién eres. And you just practice and practice and practice. Another thing that you can do is listen. Turn on the radio in a station that has Spanish music. Maybe a TV show in a channel, and just listen. And listen for some of these letters and combinations that we've been learning. Okay? I'm going to pick a random page right here. And we're going to practice with this. Right? Off of the top of my head, I got to see habrá. That's the letter H, no sound. Veces en que entres a un lugar y no veas a nadie como tú. Keep practicing that. Remember A, E, I, O, U. And pair it at home with the consonants that I've been teaching you. And pretty soon you'll be able to read simple words like mamá, papá, casa, okay? Practice, and you're going to make mistakes, but that's okay because we all do. And pretty soon you're going to be able to read more and talk more in Spanish. And I'll see you next time for Clase de Español con Señora María Vives. Adiós.